I really love the term working well, and of course in my business we have a service area called Work Well, which is precisely for that, to help organisations support their staff to work well in a very holistic way, emotionally, physically, mentally, and socially, as well as economically, and so on. What, of course, I know that you and I both agree on is that what our staff or our customers as staff bring to the table is whatever's going on for them in their private lives.
Yes.
And of course, that's a really big issue for us, isn't it?
Yeah, agreed.
Because, you know, for some people, coming to work is their only bit of sanity.
Yeah.
And for others, it's where everything kicks off, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, but if we just for a moment think about what goes on in people's home life,
yes,
and maybe in their communities. I know you're involved in, you do some sort of community support of youth work, and you support your children in the things that they do. We'll come to the children in a moment, but I'm just kind of thinking back a few layers before people even get into the workplace. We do want to encourage them to look after themselves.
We do, and really interestingly, see, the thing is, both Andy and I, my business partner, we kind of over the years we've kind of looked after each other, you know, and tried to make sure that we were both okay. Right? And you know, there are things that I suppose we do as early 50-year-old men to keep ourselves healthy, like exercise all the time, trying to eat the right foods, and getting a good night's sleep. Those kind of things are the things that we really focus on as bare minimums. And bearing in mind that most of the people that work in our business are significantly younger than us, we do our best to encourage them to kind of do the same thing. But then at the same time, there's a social aspect to our work as well. So we will have days, like we've got one Tuesday a month where the whole team will go to the pub and go for quiz night, just because we know that
bonding.
It is. Good teams that work well, they normally play well together as well. So we kind of built that in also. But we are very much. I've got to tell you what happened today. So I was on a Zoom call with with a load of people, and we've just launched a new initiative. And the only contribution I made to that conversation was to ask one of the people who was the big project manager in that session, how they were. We'd gone into task mode, and I just stopped. And I said, "Can we just stop a moment? How are you feeling?" You know, and then the big smile came on the guy's face, and you know, it went from there. And I kind of think we don't do that enough in the workplace. We get so focused on the task, and part of what we have to do as a business is to notice when people are feeling a little bit under pressure. And actually say, "You okay? And is there anything we can do to help you?" You know, because as you said, people are bringing stuff in from home into work sometimes, and that intensifies. You know. And
in my sort of private client work, I see a lot of adults who are struggling in the workplace, in their personal life, and it's those tiny little things that are missing. So it is connection. People are isolated, they're lonely, they don't have somebody to listen to them, they don't understand how they can let go of the problems of the day. They bring them home, it interferes with sleep, so then they drink or eat the wrong things, and so it becomes this vicious sort of negative spiral. So actually, by leading with a role as a role model, as a great example, you're encouraging your staff to do something very similar. Very good.
The other thing that we do our best not to do is do those classic things like sending emails after work hours, sending emails at the weekends. All of those things can add to people's stress, because then they have to feel like they've got to answer the email when they're with their family, for example. And so we do our best to avoid all of those classic things that kind of you see or we've done in corporate life. So, you know, so we really do our best to try and, I'm not saying our workplace is perfect and rainbows and unicorns by any stretch of the imagination.
My favourite.
However, we made a conscious effort, and we continue to make a conscious effort to make things a lot better in the workplace and make people work well.
Thank you.